Hey guys! So, second video, and I just want to apologize. I'm really sorry for the bad quality, and just filming it on a Mac, so I don't really have any cool camera yet. Yeah, today's video is going to be about my breakdowns, like psychotic breakdowns. I've never had like a really bad one where they had to rush me to the hospital, but I've had like really bad ones that go on for a few minutes. I mean like an hour or two. But I've never had one that lasted for, like, I have friends and sometimes it lasts them for like a few days. I like 45 hours. I don't have that. Mine's just like longest was 3 hours. And I just took medication and went to bed early. But so basically what happens is my tactile hallucinations, which are like you feel them, get really bad usually, and the hallucinations will be calling me fat, and like I don't usually listen to them, but you know, sometimes it gets to my nerves and that causes me to like freak out. And so I guess I try to stay calm mostly. So when it first starts, I like tell my parents, because well, recently, like when I used to have attacks and stuff, it would be caused from the voices. Now they're not as bad, but what causes breakdowns now are the tactile and and I have the visual hallucinations that like follow like the. Sorry, I look so fat in this. Thanks, psych meds. Anyway, so I'll have hallucinations that look like the silhouettes. I think I told you guys about them. They'll surround me, and it kind of gets me like claustrophobic. So basically that freaks me out, and that'll send me into one. And then other times, it's like a bit of a depression sometimes. When it goes, I'll think about how bad everything is and how it's not getting better. I'll think about how whenever I am feeling okay enough, I can't seem to draw anything right. Hands, like I can't do hands, and so that kind of, I'll get into a state where I'm like, oh my god, I can't do anything, like what's the point in life? I'd never kill myself, just no, like I'm stronger than that. But I'll get into the state where I'm really depressed about my life and kind of like, oh, it's just not good. And you know, having hallucinations doesn't help that either, because like I'll have the corpses, I'll be like, yeah, you should just die. It's kind of like, thanks, corpse. So yeah, like that's so basically, to calm me down, we try ice, which is, I think it's called like the tip skill. You put it under your eyes, or just like stick your face into like a pool of water, like if you fill up the sink with water, you can just dump your face in there. Sometimes I take a cold shower. Sometimes I use just regular ice, or sometimes I just clench the ice when I can't even put it under my eyes. And so that usually takes away the anxiety that's with it, like the fear for no reason, and help calm down the paranoia. But then kind of my stubbornness kicks in, and so that's when I start flailing my arms, everything. I'm screaming. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do this, and so I'll start getting really upset if the ice doesn't work. So I'll be screaming, and my dad usually holds me down. He's really, like, he's stronger than my mom. She can't exactly, hold me down that well. Like, she'll try to calm me down, and he'll hold me down, because sometimes, like, I don't, like, it's not, like, self-harm, because I'm not intentionally doing it, but sometimes, like, I'll be biting my arm. I mean, when I'm in an attack, it's basically intentionally doing it, but, like, I'll just be sitting here, and, like, I'll start to bite myself and I don't even notice I'm doing it. Sometimes it's like, I know some people do that, like they'll bite themselves when they get nervous, but like I don't know I'm doing it, and it feels like a warm glow type thing. I'm not sure if that's what self-harm feels like, but I don't think so. I basically, it's like, and I'll bite the cuticles, and it's kind of like my friend who has like trichotillomania, and you know, people that have dermatillomania. I think it's kind of like that. I don't know. I have to talk to my psychiatrist because he's like, he thinks it's self-harm, but I'm not intentionally doing it. So I don't know. Anyway, so I'll start intentionally biting myself when I have an attack. So like, you know, because I just don't know what to do, and that's like the only thing. I'm like, oh my god, pain, and I'm trying to kind of get myself out of it, or sometimes I'm trying to side with the hallucinations and trying to like hurt myself. But that's like when I'm psychotic. So then I'll flail around and I scream like at the top of my lungs. I can actually see if, I mean, if you guys like want to, I could see if like maybe when I'm not having a super bad attack, if I could have my mom film it. But they hate cameras, like they don't like stuff like that. So I could just see if my brother would film it. I don't I don't really know. Just leave in the comment if I should. So yeah, that's basically, where was I? I'm so sorry. I can't concentrate that well. Yeah, so yeah, I kick and scream. My dad will hold me down. Like sometimes I'll kick him or bite him. I feel really bad about that afterwards. I'll usually like try to hide under my bed or like under the covers, or I hide. Oh, she biting myself. I don't even notice. Okay. Sometimes like I try to hide in the bathroom. And sometimes I don't even hurt myself. Like I just rock back and forth like that. Usually I'm screaming really loud. Oh, also something that happens is I have my hallucinations bite me. I have one, like a rat that's in my stomach. Like, I'm sorry, I'm so chubby. That's like right here in my stomach. And he, like where the belly button is, and he'll like burrow out. He'll talk to me sometimes. He's the one that like tells me fat, calls me fat and stuff. I try like not to listen to them, but you know, I mean, it's been like that for about a month now, and so now I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to do weight loss or something, because honestly, like, if they don't stop, like, I don't know, I'm a pretty strong person, I would say, so I'm not gonna like cave in that easily, but I guess psych medication, you know, okay, if you guys don't know, most psych medication has the side effects tiredness, like weakness, and weight gain. Sometimes that can be water retention or eating food. Mine's mostly eating food. My friend was on Respirol and she gained weight from water retention. I'm on Seroquel. I gained weight from food cravings. I used to not eat when I was stressed, and then once I was on Seroquel, I was like eating everything. But Seroquel works really well. Well, it hasn't worked for me yet, but I've seen it work for kids that are like younger that have psychosis, like 12 and stuff. And it works for them. So don't freak out if you guys are on Seroquel and it doesn't work for you. Yeah. Where was I? Breakdowns, right. So basically, once it ends, I'm like dead. I am really tired. I'm screaming. Well, actually, I probably lost my voice at the end. Like, sometimes at the end, like, I can't scream anymore because I scream so hard. My dad usually closes all the windows. Sometimes he tried to put his hand over my mouth because, like, I'll be screaming so loud that he doesn't want, like, anyone to call the police. And that's never happened, but we're kind of worried that, because we've already had, like, my brother took, like, 7 Advil. And he freaked out and, like, called the police. And so we've already had, like, police come to our house before. So I'm not sure if the neighbors are, like, thinking something about our parents because they always hear screaming and stuff. But I don't think so because I haven't, like, called anyone yet. What else should I talk about? Because I think I covered everything on my breakdowns. Oh, coping skills. Okay. Usually if I feel a breakdown coming on, like a small one, if I'm in a public area, I try to draw. Like, some of my, they're not self-harm. Like, with my condition, sometimes I'll feel like I am being controlled, and I was really dumb, and sometimes, like, I'll say, oh my god, I have a tracking device in my arm, or something weird like that, but sometimes I'll feel like I'm controlled, and when I got really nervous back in the past, I would scratch myself, or take an eraser and burn myself. I never did, like, cut or anything like that, but I don't think it's really self-harm, because I was crying the entire time I was doing it. I was in so much pain. I hated it. It was absolutely horrible, but it was, like, the hallucinations were just everywhere, and so I couldn't help it, so sometimes that triggers me. So I drew all over myself today to try to, these are, like, not the best pictures I've done, but let me try, let me see if I can, so there's that. That little guy. Yay! So, those are my weird little kawaii things. So yeah, I try to do that when I'm really nervous. I draw a lot of people too. Sometimes I draw myself when I get, like, super nervous. Oh, so, I'm sorry. See, okay. So yeah, I draw on myself to try to cover up, like, scars and stuff. I try to watch, like, cartoons because it's my life. To cheer myself up. I usually go talk to my parents, because I don't like spend most of my time up here. This is where I sleep. I don't usually spend my time in here, because, like, that counts as withdrawal, and that's unhealthy. So I try not to do that. If I'm having an attack, I have to be with someone, because I don't want to do what I've done in the past. You know, stuff. So I try not to isolate. That's a good thing. Just, I mean, isolation is not, it's kind of, it can be bad. And it can also, if you isolate now, you could get used to it, and then your parents could get mad in, like, the future and stuff. Yeah, a lot of kids, have, like, their privileges taken away because of how because they isolate or something like that, and when they isolate, they cut. And so their parents get upset and don't let them be alone. And so when they're alone, their parents, so if they ever just want to be alone for fun, their parents could think maybe they're doing that, and so they don't let them do that. So one thing, if you're having an attack, try not to isolate unless your parents aren't the best kind of people, and you can go to the internet and you have your online friends to help you too. Just try, usually when I'm having a breakdown, I need to talk to someone, so anyone that's real. See, if you have to, like, isolate yourself, try to, like, talk to someone on Skype or something like that. Just talk to someone real, call them up on the phone. That's what I've done in the past. Try to talk to someone that's actually there if you're having trouble with psychosis, because, god, like, oh my god, sometimes my reality feels like it's shattered, and so to talk to someone real really, really, really helps. So I try to do that whenever I have a really, really bad breakdown, or I'm about to start a breakdown. I had one during my mom's work when I was with her this morning, and I got a pretty bad one, so she had me, like, sat down, and we were doing, like, classic 3-year-old stuff, and she was, like, having me draw with her. We did, like, a connection picture, and that kind of, I cheered up, but, like, that's basically it. I don't do much, so yeah. And I'll try to make these videos every, like, week if I can. I have the doctors today. What else? Oh, next Wednesday I'm gonna get my hair dyed purple because I'm trying to cheer myself up. So hopefully that would help. I'm actually gonna see if I can do like some, maybe if I'll get like a sketchbook, I can show you guys my sketchbook. I need to get like a better camera before I film myself drawing, but I can do that, show you some sketches, or I'll just like, oh, my Instagram, by the way, is the Psychotic Artist. I don't have many followers right now, but what else? Think that's pretty much it. Oh, I'll probably like do a makeup tutorial later. Maybe I can do that tomorrow when I'm doing my makeup. I don't know, I need a better camera. Like, if anyone has any suggestions for a better camera, I would love to hear it. Anyway, so bye guys. Thanks for listening.